Fasting is a very powerful way to lose weight and to achieve optimum health. Most of us do go through periods of fasting when we are sleeping or when we are awake but we are not eating for a few hours, but that is not true metabolic fasting. So, true metabolic fasting is achieved when we switch from anabolic mode or fat storage or building mode to the catabolic mode in our body, which means that we start to burn energy and start to burn some fat or even some other tissues. That state of fasting or that catabolic activity is extremely important to maintain good balance in the body, and fasting is one powerful way of doing it. Now, a lot of people do want to fast, but they haven't quite started that yet, so I put together this fasting stress test to prepare you for it. So the first thing to do would be to set a time period and pick a date and decide that is when you're going to start fasting, and this is how you do it. So pick a time and choose a window of at least 8 hours. It's better to choose that window during the daytime when you're awake as opposed to when you're sleeping, so that you can get good feedback from the body. But you can also pick nighttime period. Well, after you've set that time period, then you decide that, okay, I'm going to start fasting now. Now, of course, the first thing that will occur would be that your body will start to tell you that you're hungry, especially if you're not used to fasting. And this will happen after a few hours, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Well, when that starts to happen, just ask yourself the first question: are you really hungry? If a very quick answer comes to you and you decide, okay, I'm really not hungry, I'm actually fasting, then that's fine, then you can continue to fast. However, if you start to feel tempted to eat, then here are a few things to check. And these things are the mimics of hunger. These are the things that mimic hunger and tell your body that you are actually hungry and you need to go out and eat. But they are not actually true. These are not true hunger stimulations or true hunger stimuli. So these are 5 things. The first thing would be the most common thing that makes us feel hungry, but it's really not a hunger stimulus, is thirst. So ask yourself, are you really thirsty or hungry? And chances are when you think about it, you will realize you are really thirsty. So go ahead and drink some water or maybe black tea or black coffee and continue to fast. Let's say you are not really thirsty and you still feel hungry, and then the second thing you want to ask yourself would be, are you really tired? Because being tired and fatigued can also stimulate a feeling of hunger, although it is not true hunger. So if you are tired, then go ahead and take some rest, maybe relax, get busy in something so that this feeling can pass. Let's say these 2 things are not there and you're still feeling hungry, and now go ahead and ask yourself, are you bored or you're really hungry? Chances are that you don't really have anything interesting going on, and the most interesting thing around you is really food. So in that case, go ahead and get busy in something, pick a phone, call a friend, get busy with any enjoyable activity so that you can let this feeling pass. The fourth thing would be, you want to ask yourself, is it a social situation where you feel tempted to eat and you kind of feel like, okay, maybe I am hungry too. This is usually when people around you are eating, or you are in a party or in a place where you, although are fasting, but somebody is eating and you feel hungry too. If that is the situation, again, tell yourself, I'm really not hungry, I'm going to continue to fast. Now, the last thing, or the fifth thing, is a little bit tricky, and that is that has more to do with emotional eating. So sometimes people feel very depressed or anxious or stressed. So those feelings actually can stimulate fake hunger, and then you start, the only thing you find comfort in is food, and you feel like you just have to eat. Well, that is something that needs to be controlled, and of course it's harder to control those feelings, but go ahead and seek a therapist or do whatever you need to get over those feelings too. Sometimes meditation helps, medications help, therapy helps, and all kinds of other interventions can help in that situation as well. So if you've been able to overcome all of these 5 situations, chances are you will be able to continue to fast. And most of us can fast at least 8 hours. And most of us actually can fast even longer, but we are just not, our modern lifestyle has just kind of shaped us in such a way that we don't do it, because the glycogen stores, which is the glucose stores, and some fat stores in our bodies are sufficient to provide us with energy. So if you tried to fast and less than 8 hours passed and you just couldn't continue anymore and you just had to eat, you checked all those 5 mimics of hunger and those were not there, you actually just were very hungry, then it means that you did not pass the fasting stress test. So it means that now we need to check to see maybe you have some metabolic diseases, maybe you have a metabolic problem or diabetes or things of that nature, or maybe you are just on a very high carb, refined carb, high sugar diet, and that needs to be modified, and you can then prepare your body to fast. However, if you were able to fast for 8 hours at least, then congratulations, you passed the fasting stress test, and now you can continue to fast and make these periods last longer so you can achieve maximum benefits. So after you fasted for about 8 hours, after doing all of these things, by recognizing your mimics, you can see if you can stretch it a little bit longer. Chances are that your true hunger hormone will start to spike after about 8 hours or so, and that is called ghrelin. When ghrelin goes up, you actually feel hungry, and you will notice that, okay, none of the mimics are there, I'm still hungry, I'm actually hungry, I want to eat. But at that time, again, you can, if you want to stretch it a little bit further, you can suppress that feeling and get busy in something and see if you can go another half an hour or an hour. If that happens, then your hunger hormone or ghrelin will actually start to fall, because the good thing about this hunger hormone is that it doesn't stay high constantly. It actually goes in spikes. So the ghrelin or the hunger hormone will start to fall, and you will be able to go through that period continuing to fast. Then after a couple of hours, maybe 2, 3, or 4 hours, the hormone will spike again and you will start to feel hungry again. You can continue to fast if you can, if your body allows it, and stretch it as long as you can in a comfortable way. Of course, don't be uncomfortable, don't get sick, definitely. But if you feel like, okay, after maybe 12 hours, I just can't fast anymore, then go ahead and start eating. Some people can stretch it further. A lot of people can, with time and with practice, can make their fast longer, maybe 18 hours to 24 hours. Typically, after about 12 hours, the metabolic changes in the body start to initiate, and all the catabolic activities, the activities that are associated with maintaining good balance in the body start to work, and then the fasting benefits are achieved. But if you go longer, maybe 18 hours or so, then also these activities do start to initiate. Now, there is a process called autophagy, which is a great process that occurs in everyone's body, and we need that to maintain good health, to repair ourselves, to stay young, and to combat problems associated with aging. We need to initiate autophagy in our body almost on a regular basis because we want to stay well, and fasting is one of the most powerful ways to do that. So it is great to fast on a regular basis and fast as long as you can in a comfortable way without getting sick. It is also important to make sure that when you end fasting, you do that in a very mindful way. So fasting which is followed by a very mindless feast is no use. So make sure that when you sit down and start to eat, it's a very healthy meal, it's healthy food, and it's food that is there to nourish your body, not to just fill your body. So with that, we will end here, and enjoy your fasting.